Thanks very much. The two sides turned away from us on the opposite side of the pitch, facing the dignitaries here at the Skonto Stadions here in Riga, and now the crowd stand for the national anthems. God bless Latvia. A rousing rendition, and the red wall splattered all over the stadium, it's fair to say. There's a group in the far corner opposite us, a group opposite us, and then behind the goal as well, on either side of us, and myself and Nathan Blake are perched behind a big section of Latvian fans, although sprinkling of the Wales beanie hats as well. So it is quite an atmosphere in this Skonto Stadium as the two sides separate and head to their respective halves. I think there'll be the tosses going on the far side, so let me just run you through the Wales team again. Huge night for Connor Roberts, making his 50th cap. He becomes the 42nd golden cap to wear the Wales colours. So it's Danny Ward in goal, and it will be Connor Roberts on one flank, Nico Williams on the other, Chris Mepham, Joe Roden, Ethan Ampadu, Ben Davis, and then Ethan Ampadu in midfield alongside Jordan James making his first competitive start, and then I think two in front of them, Aaron Ramsey and Harry Wilson, with Brennan Johnson leading the line. Latvia have Robert Oxels in goal, across the back Robert Savalniks, Kaspars Dubra, Antovs Chernobyc, Andres Kijanik at the back, Christos Tobes the captain, and Edwards Emsis are the holding midfield players. Alves Jaunzems, Reismonds Krolis and Giannis Ikauniaks will play behind the striker Roberts Uldrikins. A well-observed silence. Wales break to our right in their all-white strip tonight. Latvia in maroon colour shirts, black shorts, black socks. Bottom of the group, Wales currently standing fourth. 3 points of drift of Armenia, who lost in Croatia tonight. Croatia go top ahead of Turkey. So after the June jitters, Wales really need to bounce back in some style tonight. A game so important for their qualification hopes and the future of Rob Page, the manager too. We are underway here on a cool evening in Latvia. Certainly cooler than it was a couple of hours ago in this city in the Baltics. Latvia already charged forward with their captain Tobes, but Connor Roberts, his 50th cap, first thing he does is win a free kick, and they're setting up Nathan Blake much as we expected, Wales.
Yeah, absolutely, Rob. Good evening all. Three at the back, two wing backs, two holding midfielders, and three up top with Aaron Ramsey just slightly deeper. So yeah, as we expected, Rob, just need to settle down into this game and try and get some football patterns going, some passing patterns going as quickly as possible.
Put on by Nico Williams. Captain Aaron Ramsey couldn't reach it. Good ball forward, but Wales have men there, and Ampadu strides out of a defensive zone, fires it forward for Brennan Johnson. Johnson's in behind the defence. Can he score? No, he's put a left-footed shot wide, broke into the penalty area inside left position and scooped it wide of the near post. What a chance, Nathan Blake.
Yeah, first minute or two, Rob, excellent chance. Really good play by Wales. Break-up play, good tackle in the final third, and Ethan Ampadu travels with the ball and slips a lovely pass in behind the Latvian defence. Brennan Johnson runs onto it. It's on his left foot, decides to take it quite early, but puts it high and wide past the keeper's near post. Really need to go low and across the keeper there with his left foot. So good start.
Yeah, Jordan James tries to get Connor Roberts away down that right hand side. Latvia get the ball out of defence until it's hammered forward, and it was such a big kick by Chris Mepham. Took a deflection on the way, and Wales had their first corner. Remember, they only won in Cardiff in the opening game, the second game of this group, because of a Kiefer Moore goal. No Kiefer Moore tonight. He's suspended. So is Joe Morrell. Corner from the right-hand side. Floated in, Ampadu header, puts it high and wide.
Again, it's a good chance, Rob. No, it's a good chance when you see a player's reaction. He headers it and then kicks the post in anger. He just got underneath that. Yeah, it's just hit him on the top of the head. He's tried to direct it towards goal. He's turned his head. It's not hit his forehead. It's hit the top of his head and gone high over the bar.
You're listening to European qualification action in Group D here on BBC Radio World Sport and 5 Sport Extra. It's Latvia against Wales. Earlier on, Armenia lost 1-0 at home to Croatia, who go to the top of the group as the ball is chipped over the Wales defence. Ward didn't know whether to stick or twist. In the end, he twisted. Missed kick on the edge of the penalty area, and Connor Roberts should clear the ball away. He's taken late though by Ikanieks. The referee is Michal Ocenas of Slovakia, and the VAR official, so important these days, Alejandro Di Paolo of Italy. It's 0-0. We've played nearly 4 minutes in a raucous atmosphere in Riga, Nathan Blake.
Yeah, I love these little stadiums, Rob. Fans right on top of you, Latvian fans all clapping and singing in unison. Welsh fans yet to get going, although I can't hear them to my left. They are singing. Really good atmosphere.
First thing they want to do is quieten the crowd. Head tennis being played in the Latvia half. Little nudge that time by Mepham. No need for that on halfway. Spotted by the referee.
I think it was Connor Roberts. He just made an arch. He didn't jump. He turned his back and just made an arch. Rob just bent over. Latvian player went up in the air for the ball and just took a ride on his back. It's one of the dangerous plays.
Yeah, that was Raymond Krollis. Plays his football in Spezia in Italy. Former teammate there of Ethan Ampadu, of course. Now ensconced at Ellen Road, Leeds. As the ball is put out by Mepham for a throw into Latvia, playing from left to right. Deep in Wales half, now it's back in the Latvian half. It's going all the way back to their goalkeeper, Robert Odzols, who's been recalled tonight for his 16th cap. He's replaced Nils Thomas Purins, who had 5 put past him on Friday night. Header forward by Nico Williams. Aaron Ramsey, little back heel just to keep control of the ball. He's caught late, Ramsey, and he stayed down, which is a worry for Wales. Slovakia are 3 up against Liechtenstein, and they played 7 minutes.
That's not good, Rob.
Unless you're Slovakian, of course.
Yeah, could do the same here. Could do it the same here.
Ramsey's okay. Ampadu flights the ball out to the right-hand side to Connor Roberts, hogging that far touchline. Back to Mepham, goes back to Danny Ward, who made his first appearance of the season last Thursday against South Korea. Goalless draw. Look pretty sharp as well. James has it now. Jordan James of Birmingham, wide to Roberts. Roberts 15 yards inside the Latvia half. Back to James. Sees Davis free on the edge of the centre circle, left side. Davis was set upon quickly then by Alvis Janzens. Plays his football in Poland. Wales have taken the throw in quickly. It's with Roden, who's the central of the 3 centre-backs. Davis now chips it down the left-hand side. Ramsey leaves it to Nico Williams. Williams heads towards the byline, cuts back onto his right foot, slides it in low, finds Brennan Johnson, sharp a handball, back out to Ramsey. Ramsey leaves it to Williams, right-hand side again. Williams shows it to the marker, gives it to Ramsey, may think about shooting. Good ball into Wilson. Wilson tried to set up Johnson, been a little bit too intricate in a close space, and Latvia have got the ball away.
Yeah, Wales reluctant to put the ball in, Rob, because they don't have that Kiefer Moore That powerhouse in the air. It's those situations around the box where if they put the ball in on a Kiefer Moore, he tends to win it, but they know it's got to be intricate. It's got to be in the feet, and ball's around the corner.
Savalniec takes the throw. Back to Chemorodzic, almost caught by Brennan Johnson. He is rapid, Brennan Johnson.
Yeah, he took a slip just as he went to plant his foot to push off. Just slipped.
Pitch looks okay, you have to say.
Yeah, it looks lovely. It's in good nick.
0-0. Tobers comes short for the throw. He's shooed away. It's down this near side. The Wales left. Picked up by Williams. Williams drives forward. He's got 3 inside him. Johnson back to Ramsey. Williams has continues. Oh, lovely little play by Ramsey to shrug off a defender. Then he chips it across field. Gets a round of applause for that.
That's a lovely play, wasn't it? Sufficient chips.
He did then, and Johnson tried to curl a first-time ball out to Harry Wilson down the Wales right, but the Fulham player couldn't control, and it's goalless here on Radio World Sport and 5 Sport Extra.
He's just one step ahead with his brain there, Rob. He knows what the defender's thinking he's going to do, so he does something completely opposite, and we've got a corner out of that.
Wales have forced another corner. That's all about pressure. Rob Page, in his 37th game at the helm, will want to make the most of the early pressure that Wales have had. It's been all Wales in the opening 9 minutes. Wilson, with the bleached blonde hair, takes this corner from the right hand side. All Wales would love to get an early goal, just to calm the nerves. James is on the edge of the penalty area. The big men are inside. It's curled over, header towards goal, and then it's pushed over. It was a second header, and it's pushed over the top.
It was Davis,
Ben
wasn't it?
Davis.
Yeah.
Headed back by Mepham. Davis over the top. Wales corner, left hand side.
It's a good corner though, Rob. New keeper put pressure on him. Right across the 6-yard box, didn't want to come for that.
Ramsey takes the corner on the opposite side. Williams picks up a loose ball on this near side, near the corner flag. Ramsey goes deeper, curls in across, headed out of the Latvia penalty area. Mepham goes across that far side, hoisted forward to the run of Chiganic. Wales have held them up now. Tober's the captain, wearing the bright lime green armband. Savalniek's inside to Emsis, who plays in Albania. And it'll be a Wales throw.
That's good pressure by Wales again. And Ramsey, Brennan Johnson and Ampadu all involved there. Savanikis with no options at all. Really good pressure. Now they've got the ball back.
We'll go to Ian Walsh, the next breaking play. Former Wales striker watching this game with us. It's 0-0 on 5 Sport Extra and BBC Radio Wales, your home of Welsh football. Davis, vastly experienced defender for Wales. Ampadu, short ball into James, gets it back as the Bournemouth defender, has Roberts hogging that far touchline. Roberts swung it over, left-footed, does find Williams, wasn't sure it had the legs to get there. Williams fancies a run, still going down the left-hand side, but a good challenge by Jean-Zems. It's going to be a good battle, that one, Latham, I think.
Yeah, it is, Rob. Great switch of play by Conor Roberts.
Ampadu, low to Brennan Johnson, runs into traffic, but wriggles away towards the penalty area, curls a right-footed drive, high over past the left-hand post this time. That one much more awkward. Ian Walsh, what have you made of the start so far?
We should be at least 2-0 up by now, and I think the fluency of the play is good. I think my only concern is whether the boys have got their shooting boots on. They're creating so many chances. I don't think Latvia will offer us any problems whatsoever. So if we can get a first goal, I think we can get a hatful. But my only concern is whether we've got our shooting boots on, because the finishes at the moment have been dreadful.
Former Wales striker Ian Walsh here on BBC Radio Wales and 5 Sport Extra. What I would say is that Latvia are pretty good at scoring in front of their own fans, scored in each of the last 7 games.
Very narrow though, Rob. Latvia. So narrow, it's allowing the wing backs to get up and get high and get forward for Wales.
Ampadu heads it down to Ramsey, flicking around the corner on the edge of the box, headed out. Davis is picking up the loose ball. Williams seeing plenty of possession down this left hand side, back inside to Ben Davis, inside left, fires it out to Ramsey. Ramsey back to Nico Williams. Williams takes a run into the penalty area just as it nicked off him as he broke into the box. Latvia come away with it with Ems, but Ramsey just forces himself in front, lays it back to Danny Ward, 0-0.
Yeah, again, I think Nico Williams looked, he shaped as if he was going to cross that, wanted to cross it. I would say just put the ball in the box, you never know. And Brian Johnson makes some great runs across defenders. And those defenders be nervous after a big 5-0 defeat.
60% possession to Wales so far, no goals to show for it, have created chances. Roberts is the outlet right hand side, Wilson up ahead, goes short though to James fires it left to Williams on the corner of the penalty area. Nico Williams now plays it back inside to Ampadu thought about shooting, throws it to Wilson, he does shoot, takes a deflection, dribbles, and it's easy for Ozols to collect.
Yeah, good play again though, wasn't it? That time they did open him up. Ethan Ampadu sees the ball in midfield, shapes the shoot and just slots a little ball into the feet. Really good play. Just took a deflection off the shot, just took the sting off it, but good play.
There's a Latvian mascot in front of us. I think he's the wolf. They're called the Wolves, amongst other things. And he's getting the crowd singing around us. Heck of a disco beforehand though, Nathan Blake.
Some tunes bumping, Rob.
Tunes.
Some tunes bumping. We had some Robin Stick and stuff like that.
Yeah. Was.
It's been a lovely place. It's been a great visit, hasn't it? Lovely people. Great atmosphere at this game.
Yeah. Davis for Wales, playing from right to left, all in white. Williams holds it up under pressure. Goes back though to Ward, who's well outside his penalty area. And you just wonder if they can get one, whether that would open the floodgates. Well, they won't like that with Williams losing his feet and possession on the touchline. Throw in to Latvia, who are 134th in the world in the FIFA rankings, Wales 35th. Ramsey, little header inside, but Toba's got there to punt it over the head of Ben Davis, who waits for the nudge of Raymond Krollis, who's a bit of a burly character, and wins the free kick, and it's 0-0.
Yeah, front two a decent size, isn't it?
They are. Only 6 of these starters actually started in the game in March, which, as I said, was settled by Kiefer Moore's goal. That came just after Wales's smash and grab raid in Croatia. Williams goes to ground, no foul though, but a good tackle by Roden, who's also playing his football at Leeds United now. Roberts has to get a bit of a jog on to get the ball forward.
Yeah, Nico's complaining, he's actually stepped across the defender. That's why the referee's not giving him that decision. He's looking at the linesman, but he stepped across, trying to put his body weight in there and come off worse.
Ben Davis, his 80th cap tonight. It's 0-0. Wilson, dribbles past too well, tried to go past a second, got hauled down pretty unceremoniously. Referee, I'm sure, is thinking about a yellow, but
hold down was being kind, Rob.
Yeah,
taken out.
Got away with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Williams moves inside smoothly after receiving the ball. Ampadu has two runners on the right hand side. One of them is Connor Roberts. Lets the ball bounce out to that right touchline. Gets support from Jordan James. Wilson is short. James finds Johnson. Johnson in the penalty area. Squeezes the ball across. Nico Williams back across the 6-yard box. Punted away though by Chamogic. Yeah, maybe an offside.
Good player, Gwen, though. Anytime you can get the ball into the box, into players' feet, especially the likes of Brennan Johnson, so quick. In that first 5-6 yards, didn't expect him to get that crossing. Really tight. He's so sharp with the ball at his feet. Like you say, Wales with this pressure, they just need to get themselves a goal. If they can do that, I believe they'll go on and get 2, perhaps 3, even 4. But
the referee,
he's booking them,
as is their want these days, is telling the goalkeeper not to muck about goal kicks. First warning.
Yeah, that's not a good sign, is it? If you're at home when it's you've just been brought in, you've changed the keeper.
Yeah. Inside the first 19 minutes gets the warning. Portugal 2 up on Luxembourg. Another Wales player down on that far side now. This time it's the Crynant Cafu, who is Connor Roberts, brought up in the village of Crynant near Neath. His 50th cap tonight. Throw-in taken. Mepham nips across there. Roberts has been trying to shepherd the ball back to his own byline, and he does. Gets knocked over for his pains, but his complaints fall on deaf ears of the referee, and it's still 0-0, Nathan Blake.
Yeah, do you know what I'd like to see when they do have goal kicks? I'd like to see Wales step up a bit higher and just almost go man for man. Put the press on them right from the get-go. I don't think this Latvian defence is good enough to play out like that. We kind of let them out there.
Waldo's going to take the goal kick short. Now he goes longer. Then he takes it, and now he goes short to Davis. This time Mepham is free on the right. The third time Wales have met Latvia. Talked about the game in Cardiff, and their only other visit here was in 2004 when they won 2-0. John Hartson and the player we talked about before the game, Craig Bellamy, now the assistant of Vincent Kompany at Burnley with the goals. Oh, how Rob Page would love a 2-0 here. But they proved tough nuts to crack at home. Long ball forward, won by Mepham. Jordan James picks it up. This time Tobers takes him out. Crowd aren't happy. Jordan James did himself a power of good, didn't he, Nathan, against Korea on Thursday? His first start.
Just smooth, wasn't he? He's done everything. Got it, give it. I'm going to get a free kick for that.
Well, Wilson slipped then.
Yeah.
Trying to win it back now. And it's a bit scrappy at the moment, and Wales have lost a bit of momentum, you have to say.
Yeah, they've lost a bit of their rhythm, Rob.
Yeah.
That's why it's important that when you get those opportunities, you take them.
And they want to keep the pace high, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And the last thing this Latvian team want is to be defending and conceding so much possession, opportunities. Like I say, if Wales get one, then I do believe heads will go down from the Latvian team, and it'll be a fairly easy night for Wales, but the longer it goes, the more difficult it becomes.
Long throw by Conor Roberts really didn't work then. Infield to Davis. And this is Savalniks down the right hand side, curls and across, deflected though off Ben Davis. Ramsey picks it up. Again another good touch.
Bottom of the studs.
Williams out ball to Ampadu. Wilson is on this centre circle, helps it right to Roberts, striding forward into the Latvia half. He's midway inside the half now. Johnson comes out of that far side, brings the defender with him. Low cross into the box, deflected away. Johnson wins it back. Roberts, I thought was going to get that on the edge of the box. Mepham stops the ball going forward though. Heads down to James. Ampadu picks it up. 15 yards inside the Latvia half. Wales playing right to left, all in white. Now Williams again. Always thinks about cutting inside. Ampadu now. They are very tight at the back, Latvia. They are
very narrow.
Very narrow, yeah. Conor Roberts floats in the cross, easily headed out. That time by Chinamojic. And it's back in the Wales half with Mepham. Wilson wanted it, fires it back to Joe Roden. Not sure he was expecting it. He's got time to turn and find his Leeds clubmate Ethan Ampadu.
Yeah, they got so much pressure, Rob. Wales just looking, they need an extra man in the box at times, not every time, but they're sitting there. You've got JJ and Ampadu sitting there. I'd just like to see one of them break even towards the edge of the box, just for a cut back or something like that. But at the moment there's only ever one or two men in the box. They're just going to have to take that chance, because this Latvian defence side isn't good enough to counter-attack them at the moment. It's all Wales.
Yeah, this is Williams. Johnson was stopped in his tracks there as he tried a little trick 20 yards from the penalty area. Ramsey and Williams trying to combine for an opening down the left-hand side into Ampadu. Now Davis thinks about crossing, but goes wide to Williams again. Williams, Davis on the overlap. Williams crosses, right-footed in. Header, the goalkeeper saves. And what a 50th cap that would have been if Conor Roberts had put the header a little bit wider. But a bit of a camera save, I think, from Ozols. He made the most of it, though, and he did the job for Latvia.
Wow, that's a great header, wasn't it? Spoke earlier about him getting in on that fast stick. Made up the extra man and wins the ball. More of the same, please. If Wales can get 3 or 4 men in the box, and they will get goals, get opportunities.
And he's by no means the biggest, Conor Roberts, but he rose well then. It's all about the timing. He does have 3 goals for Wales, including 1 in the European Championship finals. Wales win back possession in their own half. James looks for Johnson, but that's easily cut out. Ampadu tries to win it back. It's on this near side with Savalniks.
It's well played by Roden. Really good positioning.
Savalniks chips it down the near touchline. Davis comes across. He's beaten to it and it goes out for a throw-in. But Ian Walsh, Wales need a breakthrough, don't they?
Yeah, they certainly do, and I agree with Blakey. I think it's good that the opposite wing back gets into the box. Wales do need more players in the box in that attacking third, but they're becoming a bit predictable, Wales, in the way they're playing. I think they've just got to quicken the passing up. They've got to move the ball a lot sharper to create the space, because a lot of the play is right in front of the Latvian defence.
Ian Walsh and Nathan Blake, part of our team on BBC Radio Wales Sport on 5 Sport Extra. Wales on the attack again with Davis. Ramsey now the captain. Up to Johnson. Johnson bundled over. No foul. Back to Ramsey. 15 yards from the penalty area. Sweeps across for Conor Roberts. Keeps it in. Wilson's interested. Wilson tries to hold off his man. Goes to ground. Penalty Wales! Harry Wilson buys the penalty off Kaspars Dubra. He waited for the ball to drop, and Dubra didn't wait, pushed into the back of Harry Wilson, and it's going to be a Wales penalty.
Oh yeah, he's got his I was thinking, did Harry buy that? He just turns his back, protects the ball, And Dubra just comes straight in the back of him, elbow and body. Yeah, if it's outside the box, you're going to give a free kick, so it's a penalty all day.
And the captain is going to step up and take responsibility. Aaron Ramsey with this penalty to put Wales ahead. He scored against Belarus in the World Cup. He's got plenty of booze. He's got 20 goals for his country, but this could be a really important one. Composes himself a few yards from the ball. Robert Ozils stationary on his line. Referee checking, nobody is encroaching. Take your time, ref, we've got all night. Now he'll give Aaron Ramsey the go-ahead. The Wales captain hits it right footed and sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Rambo rattles it in Riga, and it's Latvia 0, Wales 1, and Rob Page will lead the celebrations.
Rambo draws first blood, Rob. Absolutely. Just sent the keeper the wrong way. Keeper was diving to his left. Rambo, cool as you like, just slots it to his right. Never in doubt. Fantastic finish. 1-0.
That was one cool penalty, Walsh.
Yeah, it was. It was a terrible decision by the defender to go in and challenge for the ball. But Rambo, under pressure, what pressure?
Yeah, he's sixth in the Wales all-time scoring list. He moves up to 21, just one behind Dean Saunders, and he'll be really proud of that. And Rob Page will be a slightly more relieved man now, and the Red Wall give voice to their delight.
Now this is what Walsh was talking about before the game. Get after him, you've got your goal. Go and put the pressure on him all over the park. Don't relax. Don't give him any opportunities. Don't bring the crowd into it. Put him on the back foot again. Pick the tempo up.
And it was so cool. I've seen him do a Panenka, of course. He has done that for Wales in the stadium where the Panenka originated.
To be fair, Rob, I've never seen the keeper dive so early. The keeper was laying down, he's still running up to the ball. He's obviously nervous. Right. You know, and this is what we were talking about, the 5-0 drumming. The keeper gets replaced. He's going to be nervous tonight, of course.
Well, what I like is that Ramsey immediately took possession of the ball and said, "This is mine. I'm the captain. I'm the leader."
Rob.
Yeah, absolutely.
Been there, done it, in the biggest of games.
So it's 1-0 Wales on Radio Wales Sport and 5 Sport Extra. And now they have to defend a free kick which is midway inside their own half. It's going to be floated out to the left-hand side, and it's successfully watched out by Chris Mepham. And you can just sense with Aaron Ramsey, I've been saying it all season, he is so happy to be back at his first club, Cardiff City, back with his family.
I'd like to see him there 2 years ago, Rob, as you know.
Yeah. And they laughed at you, Nathan.
Yeah, they did laugh at me, Rob. They did laugh at me. But hey, people have laughed at me before. It is what it is. Now we're seeing the best of him again. He's fit, he's playing, he's happy, he's home. And he's just notched a really important penalty for Wales.
And he's even looking forward to the school run with 3 screaming boys in the car.
Yeah,
he must be happy.
Yeah, great times, Rob.
Yeah.
Do you remember those times?
Well, I was driving a black and white car then. Before you say it. Here's Wilson, who won the penalty. Floats it out to Williams. That's a lovely ball. Ramsey is there again, just outside the penalty area. Squeeze it into the middle. Can't find a white shirt. Williams follows up. Ricochets off him, such is the force of the tackle. And the crestfallen Ozils, who was beaten easily by the penalty spot, he was lying down as the ball went past.
Good play again though, Rob. Ramsey, great little run in behind, and that cut back I was speaking about. Oh, Harry Wilson's come from the right to the left trying to pick it up, but he can get another midfielder in there at times. Nice and disciplined. Don't go OTT, but when you see him breaking, I think Ethan Ampadu can say to JJ, or JJ can say to Ampadu, probably the other way around, because Ethan's the most senior player. Just go on, give yourself 5-10 yards in front. You can run onto something. Just push him forward a little. I think the results of late have just, they're just trying to be over solid right now against a team that's got no confidence really.
Well, I think the absence of Keeper Moore as well. We've had this debate plenty of times. He does make a difference when he's on.
I'd relish today.
Yeah, he would have. That's floated forward by James on the turn. Wilson gives chase. He's just going to be beaten to it.
Yeah, it's good though, Rob. Puts pressure on him.
Yeah.
Ball's at the right end of the pitch.
Those have got the ball again, right hand side, cross into the middle, comes to Nico Williams, sides up a right footed curler and curls it 5 yards wide from 15 yards left edge of the penalty area.
Just hit the target, Rob. The keeper's nowhere near anything. He looks really, really nervous, doesn't look the biggest. Just hit the target there. Great opportunity again, but again, ball's coming in from the wide, from one flank to the other. The two full-backs are getting plenty of joy. Just need to get another goal now, really kill this team off, and I think they'll go on, like I said, and get 3 and 4.
Well, on the bench tonight for Wales, David Brooks, Tom Bradshaw, Nathan Broadhead, who scored of course in Croatia, Rabbi Matondo.
I'd like to see him
Liam
come on,
Cullen.
Matondo. He's been doing alright at Rangers of late. Against that sort of pace he's got. Oh.
Savalniak's lost control then. Nico Williams stolen.
To be fair, I think Wales can really isolate Savalniak's. Can get Nico Williams with him more one-on-one. Towards latter part of this game, he will tire.
Wasn't the best throw-in by Williams, but James stabs a foot in, so does Roden, who looks much more confident now he's playing. That's a lovely touch by Ramsey in midfield, takes it away from his marker, goes wide to Johnson. Johnson edge of the penalty area, cuts inside, puts it wide, left-footed again, past the post. And Wales really should be 3 or 4 up now, Nathan Blake.
Oh, Rob, do it justice. That's what we'll be shouting in training. An absolute fantastic Cruyff turn on the volley from Ramsey in the middle of the pitch. Travels with the ball, lays a lovely ball into Brennan Johnson, cuts inside, and then tries to drag it back across the keeper near post and puts it wide. Just hasn't got his shoe and boots on at the moment. Great opportunity again. Good play by Wales. Good play by Ramsey.
Well, he's been the star of the show so far, Aaron Ramsey. Never mind the goal. Oh, Johnson might have been in there. Wilson may still be. Picks up the loose ball. Harry Wilson fires it straight down the throat of the goalkeeper, Ozils. It's constant pressure now. And Robert Ozils, the Latvian keeper, is a very busy man, but it's still only 1-0 on Radio World Sport and 5 Sport Extra. And we played 36 minutes here in Riga.
They look really good though, Wales. I have to say, Rob, they look really good. Just need to get that second goal. Especially from one of these moves they're putting together. If they can get a goal out of that, it'll give them a lot of confidence as well.
This is Ampadu. Wilson has peeled out to the left-hand side, goes square to Ramsey in the centre circle. Davis into Jordan James. James precisely out to Nico Williams on the left side. Leaves it to Ramsey. He wants the ball all the time at the moment, Aaron Ramsey.
Yeah, Ampadu controlling things lovely in that central midfield. They look like they're just trying not to get beat.
Ramsey looks at the ball over the top to Williams. This time Savalniak's. deals with his isolation. Toba's under pressure from James Johnson. But the out ball is with Dubra. Plays his football in Lithuania. Latvia, the central of the three Baltic states. Good turn by Jordan James. He's brought down, he suffered for that. It's a lovely bit of skill again. And Saganieks. Jordan James is still down. He's sat up now. Andrei Saganieks has moved away from the scene of the crime.
Yeah, it looks like the referee's going to have a word with him. He's not going to book him.
And that was Aaron Ramsey's 100th senior career goal. And he really has been a servant to Wales. Oh no, there's a yellow card for somebody over on the far side.
Might have been on the bench, Rob.
Yeah, I think it was.
On the Welsh bench.
Aaron Ramsey, top 7 All-Wales appearances. And when it comes to goals, he's in the top 6 goals scored as well. As Davis makes the ball his in midfield, jumps above his marker. This is Ramsey. Brings in James, looking increasingly confident. Robertson Wilson trying to work an opening down the right-hand side. 1-0 Wales. Aaron Ramsey penalty.
Really good ball
Davis.
there, James.
Williams again, left-hand side. 10 yards from the byline. Heads towards the byline now. Left-footed cross in. Just the Latvian defender got half away. Picked up by Wilson. Down the right-hand side on the corner of the penalty area. Left-footed ball in. Goalkeeper punches. No real pressure. And then Ampadu just pulls Tobers around.
We call it ragdolled, Rob. We call it ragdolled. Tobers tried to back into him, in fairness.
Sorry, it was Krollis.
Krollis then tried to back into him. Ethan just stood his ground.
We'll bring in Ian Walsh, next break of play.
Some really good balls, real penetrative from Jordan James.
Ben Davis again shepherds the ball up for a break of play. Wales looking confident, Ian Walsh, but still need more goals.
Yeah, they're totally in control. Latvia offering nothing really to the game going forward, and it's just about the goals. If they could get another goal, settle them down. They just need to put the ball in the back of the net. That's the most important thing, and I'm afraid at this moment in time they're not doing that. Some of the finishing has been really poor, but the movement and the fluency of play is excellent.
Well, there's a bit of a mess up on the left side of the Wales defence then, and Nico Williams slipped. Davis didn't get the clearance away. Ampadu lofted the ball into our stand, but nowhere near us.
He shanked it, Rob.
I'm sure Nathan Blake would have leapt like a salmon, a la his playing days, to head that ball away if it was coming my way.
No, absolutely, Rob.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, I got your back.
In so many ways.
Way back.
Yeah, way back. 1-0 Wales. Robert Savalnieks plays for Latvian side RFS with a throw. Probably the highest they've been in the Wales half. And they've got the possession back. Savalnieks has a chance to cross. Arcing run. Pulls in a left-footed cross. Oh, the header down! And Ward saves! And he had to be sharp then. Latvia had one chance. Savalnieks came in from the far side, headed the ball down, and Ward on his knees, I think it hit his knees, and went up for Latvia's first corner.
Yes, good save, good ball in, left-footed in swinger, nice coming around the back, just touched on it in the middle of the goal, perfect for the oncoming attacker.
Home crowd responds. Referee having a word with Tobers and Churnomordic, who are the two tallest players in the Latvian side. They run towards the near post. Ward, he's missed it! And he was really grateful then to see Crowley's fire wide. It may have been a whistle actually, but Ward didn't know that when he missed the ball, Nathan.
Yeah, totally missed that. You know, it's those kind of mistakes that can cost you in games, Rob. Just needs to concentrate on that. For me, Ward, yes, the whistle's gone, but he was flapping all over the place.
Well, you don't know much about Riga. It's a lovely city. We've actually spent one less day here than we thought we would because of an adventure with a cancelled flight on Saturday, but had a look around today. 150 parks in the city. We didn't go around all of them. And they claim the first Christmas tree was grown in Latvia.
That is debated, isn't it?
It is.
They claim they got the world's oldest flag, Rob.
Yeah, they do. They do. Documented in 1180, Nathan.
That's correct.
To be precise.
Absolutely. You got it spot on.
Yeah. It's 1-0 here, though. But they're not out of this one. It is only one. And Rob Page, more than anybody, will be aware of that.
Unlucky son.
That was unlucky. Crowley was pinned to the corner flag, knocked it against the shins of Joe Roden, and then it ricocheted back and knocked Crowley's shin as it went up for a throw-in. So Wales have a throw-in in their left back position. Ben Davis, if he looks over his right shoulder, we'll see a Swansea fan. The Sack Jacks, Union Jack, Overlandon Sea, Bearthai there as well, just outside Pontypridd, Stourbridge. But that's a Latvian flag.
Brilliant atmosphere, isn't it, Rob?
Yeah, it is.
Seeing fans mix like this, you know, so often fans get a raw deal. And Wales fans have been impeccable all tournaments, everywhere they go. Real great atmosphere.
Real urgency about Latvia now. Savaniak's going to take the throw. There are seconds to go in the 45.
Just buoyed by that chance they got.
They are. The one scare Wales have had, which will underline to them that one is never enough. And a chance here on the edge of the penalty area. James steps in though. Still not clear by the Wales defence. It's out on the left side of the penalty box. Floated in. And again it goes wide. Uldrichs, I think, glanced the header. And it was Crowley again who came into the far post. Couldn't get a touch. And the ball went wide.
That was a great ball in. Outside the left foot. Got really, really fortunate there, Wales. Nobody able to get a touch on it. As you see, Latvian commentary next to me went about 10 decibels upwards. Everyone in front of us jumped up, holding their heads. You just don't want to give them any sort of opportunity to get back in the game.
I think I just missed the board going up for 2 minutes. There we are. So what will Rob Page, if it stays at 1-0, Nathan Blake, what will he be thinking?
Put the foot on the pedal even more. As soon as you come out half time, start high tempo. I'll put the press on them. That's what I'd like to see Wales do. At the moment, Wales are keeping good possession or what have you, but not really pressing them because they often give them the ball. But I think if they win it higher up and just keep Latvia pinned in that final third, which they can do.
Oh, Robert slipped there on the far side. Deft header, which was cut out by Roden. Johnson was on his heels then. He has been a bit on his heels tonight, Brennan Johnson. He'll dart forward by the Kauniaks. Floats the ball into the Wales penalty area. Taran headed by Ben Davis, not cleared by the Wales defence. There's a Latvian player down. It's the effervescent Crowley.
Well, Eganix with a real poor effort there, half volley. He's put a lovely ball in. just a moment or two ago outside the left foot. Tried a half volley there from about 20 odd yards. Just totally sliced it. Shape was awful.
Wallace, I think, needs some attention. I'm reading on social media that maybe Chris Gunter was booked on the far side.
Chris Gunter?
Which is some achievement since he's not playing, but it does look as if it was Chris Gunter booked.
Okay. Even when he's not playing, he's still picking up yellow cards.
Butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. Anyway, the Crowless is having attention. Ian Walsh, some of what you've seen.
Yeah, good at parts. A little bit worried that Latvia coming back into the game a little bit late on in this first half, but I think you've just got to be more ruthless, Rob. You know, you've got to kick them while they're down in a footballing sense. Be ruthless in front of goal for the Welsh, as they haven't been. Unfortunately, at the moment, Latvia are the same. They've had a great chance with a big striker, should have scored with a header, and it narrowly went wide. But just keep doing what you're doing, keep creating opportunities, but be ruthless. You've got to score goals.
Yeah, Uldrich was the man with a header. 7 goals for his country, including one against the Republic of Ireland. We're underway again. And Wales will want to see it out now until half-time, unless they can get upfield rapidly, and that is the half-time whistle. Well, Wales have had plenty of chances. Indeed, you would say they've been profligate in front of goal. They've dominated most of that first half, but all they have to show for their efforts is an Aaron Ramsey penalty, stroked home with some aplomb to give them a vital advantage as Rob Page heads to the tunnel just to the right of the goal to our right. Latvia came back towards the end of that first half. The warning signs are there, but at half time it's Latvia 0, Wales 1. Thanks very much, welcome back, both teams out. I don't want to mention this or not, I will. Wales have only lost one game when Aaron Ramsey has scored. That was in 2013 away to Macedonia, 2-1, and he scored from the penalty spot. But let's leave that lie, shall we? And it's 1-0 here, thanks to that Aaron Ramsey goal. Coming of age for goals for Wales. As Wales play from left to right this time. Wilson sizes up a shot from 25 yards, took a deflection.
Why not?
Out for a corner. Nathan Blake alongside me.
That's what I like to see, Rob. So he said, nice fast start. Second half. Get on top of them again. Kill that momentum they had at the end of the first half.
Ramsey trots across to the Wales left to take this corner right-footed. Big men are up from the back. Roden, Mepham and Davis. Ampadu as well. Johnson's the one white shirt in the 6-yard box. Wilson, Williams and James are loitering on the edge of the penalty area. Ramsey takes it short to Johnson. Plays it back to Williams. Now Wilson wide to Ramsey again. Tries to pick out a cross. Deflected though.
Stayed in as well.
And it stayed in for Savalnieks. But Wales have won it back with Ampadu. Now Wilson is forward, giving Nico Williams an awful lot to do.
Yeah, just take care of that pass.
Yeah, he overhit it, didn't he, on that left side.
Yeah, they're all out of position.
Davis fires it up to Williams again. Holds it up on that left touchline and wins another corner. So Wales have Ward in goal. Roberts earning his 50th cap at right wing back. Williams at left wing back. Mepham, Roden, Davis. Gordon James that is, and Ampadu in the heart of midfield. Wilson and Ramsey behind Johnson. Latvia is the rhythmic chant from the crowd as Wilson takes this corner this time. Headed out. Williams heads it back into the penalty area. Probably got a height advantage over Wales, but James picks up the ball on this near side and then puts it out. No change in the Latvian side either. Ozil's beaten for the penalty. Savalnieks, Dubra, Chanomic and Sijanic at the back, Tobers and Emsis in midfield, Jounsens, Krollis and Ivanieks with Uldrichs up front. Wales win the ball back again, left to right, all in white, looking to build more goals. Ampadu, don't think Williams was expecting that, clipped forward to the outside of his right foot. Emsis tries to get Latvia out of their defensive position. Not going anywhere yet. Tobers almost caught by Jordan James, but he managed to squeeze it away. And here's Ivanieks allowed to go a long way, wide to the left hand side, cross into the middle, over and out by Sijanic.
It's just too flat, wasn't it? Too straight. He's trying to put a bit of bend on it with that left foot in the insteps. But Sijanic just came straight off his foot, no bend on it. Again,
there's a flag up on the left hand side. Right.
Substitution, yeah.
And I think it's Aaron Ramsey who's making way. Now he's running off. That can only be an injury which will worry Cardiff City fans ahead of the South Wales derby on Saturday. David Brooks is on, and Aaron Ramsey's night is over. Less than 4 minutes into the second half. Nathan Blake.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep an eye on that and see if the medical staff go with him. He's sitting on the bench. Strange to come out second half for 3 or 4 minutes and then go straight off. That was very strange.
We'll bring in Ian Walsh.
He didn't seem, well, he ran off. He didn't limp off.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Not quite sure what's going on there.
Well, we were wondering at half-time whether there wouldn't be a place for David Brooks. Everybody well aware of the battles that he's fought to get back to club football and Welsh football. And Wales are all the better with him around. And he'll look to make an impact here in the absence of the captain. Great challenge on that far side. Referee waves play on as ball is cleared away by Jordan James. There's a booking for somebody on that far side, I think.
There's another player down. Latvian playing this time. Being in considerable pain, Rob.
It's Nico Williams who's been booked. That means he will miss Wales's next game, which is at home to Croatia. They actually have a friendly against Gibraltar at the racecourse on October the 11th. But the big game is Sunday, October the 15th, home to Croatia, who are leading the group tonight after a crushing win over Latvia on Friday and a 1-0 win in Armenia team time today.
He must have missed that, and Williams must have left someone Emsis or something, but
he was
down.
He was in a heap off the edge of play. But the real intrigue is over Aaron Ramsey. Ian Walsh is with us, former Wales striker. It surely has to be some sort of injury worry, doesn't it?
It does, Rob. Yeah,
it does.
Yeah. I wish I had binoculars. Trying to spy.
But he's sat behind the subs. He's not gone down the dressing room for treatment.
I haven't seen any of the medical staff tending to him.
So we'll go back to Ian Walsh in a moment. As Roden has possession. Wales really need to build more goals. Williams inside his own half. They've got to be patient though, because Latvia showed their teeth towards the end of that first half. He has. Jordan James really good. Wilson now down the left hand side. Williams overlapping. Williams keeps the ball in, drives it back, headed out. James heads it down on her, just outside the box. Chance of Brooks, lays it on for Johnson. Johnson shoots, keeper saves, awkward angle, Wales corner.
It's just not his night tonight, is it? Good play again. Brooks kept it alive. Good play down the left hand side. And then Johnson just used his body Gets his shot away, but again, it's blocked by the keeper.
It's not what I'd call a profligate miss, that one. Corner goes in and headed wide again. Another half a chance. Ian Walsh, chance for you to say something.
Yeah, no, it was just going back to the Ramsey situation more than anything, Rob. I think that unfortunately that's what you get with Aaron over his career. He knows his own body, and I think that he's just pulled or twinged something that he knows that if he carries on it would make it worse and he'd be out for a lot longer. So obviously the experience that he's got most probably is just he's felt something, doesn't want to make it worse, and obviously he's had to go off. But you're just looking for leadership now out there when your skipper has gone off. As good as he is, they're just looking for a bit of leadership to drive the team forward.
Ben Davis has the captain's armband. Thank you, Ian. Was captain against South Korea on Thursday, of course. On the left side of that defence, he's gone tumbling then as the ball is played forward, but too strong for Jones-Ems.
Wilson or Brooks need to become that link player now, Rob. Aaron was just floating around in between midfield, and Brennan Johnson wasn't really playing left or right, so he's just floating around, causing havoc.
James sees the run of Wilson, just killed it a little bit too strongly. Dubra is back there, back to his goalkeeper Ozols. Ozols scoops it right-footed. There's an offside flag up on the far side. Wales playing from left to right towards the vocal section of the Latvian fans. I suppose you call them their ultras. On this really smart little stadium. It's got a bit of character about it, this stadium, I think. Roberts, right hand side for Wales. Johnson comes across just outside the Latvia penalty area, turns against his man.
Oh wow.
Runs into Dubra, no foul.
So once you get it past him like that, I think he nutmegged him.
He's complaining to the linesman that maybe that should have been a free kick. Ochinas is the referee. Oh, lovely ball from James into Brennan Johnson. Oh, good chance, pulls it wide. Right side of the penalty area. Not really an angle on. Tried to drill it inside the far post, but pulled wide. He has missed some chances tonight.
I'm more impressed with Jordan James and the balls he's been threading through into strikers all evening. Another fantastic ball. This time Brennan, the angle's difficult. He's just losing a bit of confidence there. Normally takes that on and makes headway towards the goal and then pulls the trigger. Awfully difficult effort from there. Definitely need to get this second goal, you feel.
Yeah, one is not enough. And a 1-1 draw with all the mood music around could be really damaging for Rob Page, the Wales manager, under severe pressure to get a result here. And that doesn't mean an away draw at the bottom side in the Group D. Headed down by Mepham, collected by James. Ampadu powers through the middle towards the penalty area. Shoots right-footed, took a deflection again, did it? Yeah, it did. It's another Wales corner. They've had 4 in this second half. They're missing their captain now. Wilson comes across, lauded by the Wales fans in this right-hand corner on the near side. Connor Roberts, earning his 50th cap for Wales, has gone short. Wilson, I think he's encouraging David Brooks to come short now. Steady into the penalty area, headed away, and there's a flag up anyway for some sort of infringement. And you have to say that when it comes to set pieces, Nathan Blake, Sean Mrojic and Kasper Dubra have been pretty dominant in the air.
They have, yeah. So we say we missed that keeper Moore figure. It's just a threat. They're confident they can win the ball in the air.
It's a good header on. And a long-range shot, which Ward, well, he was scrambling to get across to from Crowley's, who, as I said, plays his football in Spezia in Italy. It was speculative, but Danny Ward was almost thought he was panicking then.
Yeah, he did. A long way out, Rob.
You really wouldn't expect him to be beaten by that.
It's got to be a foul. That's a naughty one as well. That's a naughty one.
I think that's Savalniak's going to be booked. It is. Second booking. Along with Nico Williams, or third actually if you count Chris Gunter. He's not playing Chris Gunter, he's on the bench. But the referee is all seeing. And he's happy dishing out cards in the country where the Christmas tree was claimed first. 1-0 Wales on Radio Wales Sport and 5 Sport Extra. I'll say it, Nathan, the Latvian fans don't give up, do they?
No, they've been brilliant.
Keep going.
Fair play to them. Created a really good atmosphere. It's a tidy little ground. Just goes to show you don't need 40,000 to create a good atmosphere. It's always nicer, but yeah, okay.
Danny Ward showing his confidence there.
Yeah.
By showing it to Crowless and then taking it away from him in his own 6-yard box. Brooks now of Bournemouth threads the ball through to Johnson. Johnson wide to Roberts. Brooks has gone on a run in behind. Roberts holds it up, finds James. James short to Ampadu. Looks to the ball
three
inside.
of you, one of you make the run.
Yeah,
Ethan. Really good partnership developed between Ethan Ampadu and Jordan James on the same page. I thought Brooks should have made the run first there. He's the first man, he stood and waited for it. And Brennan Johnson behind him. And Connor Roberts behind him. All three of them just stood. It's actually a really clever little ball in behind again.
And while it stays at 1-0, Latvia are very much still in this. Luxembourg in Portugal, they're 5-0 down. It's 1-0 here. Aaron Ramsey, who's since left the field, which will get the Cardiff manager Errol Bullitt slightly concerned. With the derby on Saturday night on BBC Radio Wales Sport. 7:45 kickoff. Latvia have a corner raided down the right hand side. Attempted block by Nico Williams. And they are dangerous at set pieces where their aerial ability comes into its own. There is no room for Wales to slip.
You see Rob Page just giving Brooksy some information. I think he's going to be saying that link the play, don't stay wide, just travel all over the park.
Corner from the Latvia right. Mepham gets the first header away. And it's a foul on the edge of the Welsh penalty area by Ikanyeks. Yanis Ikanyeks, whose brother Davis Ikanyeks is on the bench tonight. So Wales have got to step it up, Nathan Blake. It's gone all a little bit quiet now, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's gone a bit too, we're 1-0 up and we're in easy street, but as we said, Rob, need a convincing win out of this game.
Roberts
takes the pressure off everybody.
Made a stealthy run down the right hand side, and Ward has found it. If he keeps it in, he does, into the penalty area. Wilson sets it up on the far side for Williams and overhits it and goes out for a goal kick. Tried to set it up on the far side, thought he might pull the trigger himself.
Yeah, Connor Roberts was just on the ground after an injury. He's brilliant at buying fouls.
He just jogged forward and then when he could see the space,
he was limping and then started sprinting.
We had a great view.
Great ball in as well.
Yeah.
He's half volleyed it with his laces. Really good ball. Again, Wilson just overhit the pass. Wales really need to make more of these opportunities.
50th cap for Roberts. Only Joe Roden and Daniel James missing tonight with injury, have played more games under Robert Page than him. This is his 30th. He's a regular in Robert Page's side. Get the views of Ian Walsh, a former Wales striker, in a moment, as Latvia take their time working the ball out from a defensive position. Emsis out to the right side to Savalnieks, infield, cut out by the Wales defence. James is trying to stop Kalnieks, but a little darting run out to the far side. Then it's and then Kalnieks. That's a really bad one on Jordan James.
That's his second time.
That's off.
He's going.
I can hear Ian Walsh say that's off. I think the referee has pulled a yellow card out, but we shall see. I wonder whether VAR, the Wales players are really gathering around Michael Ochinas of Slovakia. James has stepped in there, and Kalnieks just waited for him to go on his side and just carved straight through him on his ankle. Now, what is the referee going to do about this? He's got a yellow card in his hand as he walks to Yanis Kalnieks, and it is a yellow card. And the boos are coming from the Wales fans. Ian Walsh.
He's lucky, Rob. I think he's higher than the ankle, actually. He's lost possession and he's just lashed out. We're seeing it. It's on the left. That is a nasty, nasty challenge. It's up towards the left knee. He could have put him out for the season with that.
I think the VAR have intervened here. The VAR, Alejandro Di Paolo is looking at this. Now we can see it. It was high. It was high on the knee, not on his ankle.
Challenge.
He could be going for this at Kalnieks, and Wales could be playing against 10 men.
I mean, his attitude afterwards was a shake of the right hand as if to say, get up, you've not been touched.
Referee is looking at the screen on the far side.
Look at the intent in his face, Rob.
Yeah, and the ball is well away, and it was up around the knee.
You know,
he's surely got to go for that.
Yeah, he has to go. The referee's got it. That's one of them that puts you out for a long time. I don't even like looking at that. He's got to go.
Kalnieks is right on our side of the field, and the referee, he couldn't be further away from the referee. He is the furthest player away.
And then treated it with disdain, Rob. It's almost as if to say, I didn't do anything. Yeah. Get up, you dive in.
I think he's having the benefit of Connor Roberts' wisdom as well. I can imagine that's not a meeting of minds. He's trying to explain to Connor Roberts, but I don't think he's buying it.
Rob, can I come in there? Yeah, just a quickie. That he's very, very lucky there, John James, that his standing leg wasn't on the ground. It's just off the ground when he gets caught. So if that was standing, that could have been a leg break, a knee dislocation, call it what you want. That's a disgraceful challenge.
Yeah, you won't hear me say this often, Rob, but I hope he gets sent off. I really do. I've got a burn in my stomach. I'm thinking to myself, he needs to get sent off, because that attitude in his face, the shake of the right hand afterwards.
It's been a review.
Yeah, he's off. Gotta be.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's staying as a yellow. The Wales players are looking absolutely aghast at that.
Can't believe it. It's almost, if you're the referee, you're almost saying then you have to cause serious injury. If he doesn't get up and he gets carried off on a stretcher, then I might consider sending him off. That's a disgraceful decision.
Go on, Ian.
No, that's a joke. Absolute joke refereeing. You talk about standards and with all the little intricate rules in football now, what you can and you can't do, and you something as obvious as that, and you're not off the pitch. That's a disgrace.
Yeah, the intent was in his face, Walshy.
Yeah, you're spot on, Blakey.
Yeah, and then this total disdain for the foul with the right hand wave as if to say, "Get up! I've not touched you." Wow.
Now how will that fire up Wales? This is Brooks on the right hand side, attacks the byline, tries to go around the Kalnieks, goes to the ground, keeps it in on the deck. Connor Roberts is there as well, fired out for a throw in.
Really clever play, wasn't it?
How did Brooks do that on the ground?
It's the sort of challenge, Rob, right, that causes ructions in the crowd, and because Welsh fans will be saying should have been a sending off. You get players now, retribution comes into it,
and they could go off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, controversy here in Riga. I think we work for BBC Radio Wales, and you might say, well, you would say that, wouldn't you? But
no, it's what else do you want to see?
Yeah.
Does he need to, take the kid out? He's a young kid. You need to take him out and put him out for a year to get red carded. It's dangerous. There's intent. It's high. It's reckless. Ticks every box.
We're midway through the second half. It's 1 Wales. And there are those who doubt whether 1-0 will be enough for Rob Page even to keep his job. And things like that can change games. Wales need more goals in the final quarter of this encounter in Riga on BBC Radio Wales and 5 Sport Extra.
So you can get a yellow card for backchatting on the bench, and then you get a yellow card for something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
Wales spread it wide to Roberts. Has to wait for the ball to come down, but his chest control is good. He's got Brooks roving forward down this right-hand side. Brooks cuts inside. Will he run to the edge of the box? Took a deflection off 2 Latvian players. Shot for handball. Referee unimpressed again. I think they were shouting for a handball off Chiganics. But nothing given. It's going to be oh, wait a minute. I wonder why Connor Roberts is taking his time. Here he goes then. Roberts with a long throw into the box. Bounces past everybody. Big whistle from the referee. It's going to be a Latvian free kick. Just got to be a bit more
savvy,
yeah, that's exactly the word I was looking for. How come you always know the word I need?
Because, like unison, like 2 peas in a pod. Ebony, ivory, we got it wrong.
I've never been called Nathan Blake, mind.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
Yeah, quite. Danny Ward, so far a quiet night, though. One vital save just before half-time as Roberts has it down the right side. Brooks straight back to Mepham, his Bournemouth teammate. Exchanges passes with James, just trying to tempt Latvia out of shape. Brooks has made a dart down the right side.
That's good.
And then that's a poor ball from Roberts, who curses himself. And I wonder whether it's time for a substitution. Maybe to freshen things up again. Wales have lost Aaron Rodell. It looked like a foul throw as well, but that's never given these days.
Saganic seems like he's been charged with following Brooks wherever he goes. Big foul.
The crowd is... it was a... I went on Ampadu, 6,646. I think I saw on the board then. 6,464, and I would say a good 4,000 are from Wales.
Probably, Rob, yeah.
Now Ampadu is having treatment.
It's for a clash of heads.
Yeah. And Ian Walsh, let's bring you in here. What do Wales have to do to step it up now?
Well, I think the shout from the manager to Brooks was interesting earlier when there was a break of play, because he's not doing the Ramsey job. Brooks likes to hover out the right hand side, and he's a very intelligent player. So for me, it's just down the right hand side where Wales are getting the best opportunities. So I think Roberts and Brooks are the key to creating chances, and that's what I would be trying, insisting on getting the ball out to that right hand side.
You can isolate that, can't you, Walshy, and start to get Harry Wilson floating then and doing what Ramsey was doing, because Brooks clearly wants to come down his right, cut inside on his left foot and unleash one.
Yeah, and I think the other thing with the lad up front, Brennan Johnson, he's not getting involved in the game at all in the second half. He's had the opportunity. I'd keep him on because he's a threat, he's a danger.
Yeah, I wonder whether they might have thought about Nathan Broadhead, who's in decent form for Ipswich. Scored a beauty against Cardiff a couple of weeks ago.
Broadhead and Matondo, both quick, both cause problems.
3 goals for Ipswich this season.
Yeah, he's in decent form, Rob.
Yeah, Matondo would be interesting. Ampadu is waiting to come back on. He looks as if he's okay. Roberts towards Johnson, round the corner ball, but doesn't find its target, which is David Brooks. Kept in by the very fortunate Ikauniaks, who had a yellow rather than a VAR from a red from a VAR check for a naughty foul on Jordan James.
You just get the feeling that this game is just falling into a bit of a lull. And fans are keeping the atmosphere going, but the football's not been the best last 10 minutes.
No. And there's a break down the right hand side, cross into the box though. That was easy from Jones Ems, easy for Danny Ward. He plays in Poland as Jones Ems. And Ward is in no hurry to get things going, but I'm sure Rob Page knows that he needs more goals out there. This is Ikauniaks again, booed by the Wales fans in our stand. Turns away from James and Roberts. Tobers, little shimmy to allow the crossing from the far side, and there's a header by Tobers, the captain, which goes up rather than in, and now Wales will have to deal with another crossing, this time from the left hand side, headed out. Wilson tries to pick it up, darts past his man Harry Wilson, and then he gets pulled up. Surely that's not his foul, is it?
I thought the lad slipped. There's going to be a little bit of contact, but I didn't think he pulled him back.
Yeah.
Thought he went to go one side and went the other.
Emphasis has won the free kick. More pressure on Wales.
Just while the game is 1-0, Rob, I have to say it's going to take one opportunity. Wales are going to have to, for me, they're going to need a second goal.
Yeah.
Second goal silences this crowd all. Dampens it down a little. Yeah. You get the feeling they'll still stay and sing for their team, but it's 1-0, they're in it.
We're into the last 15 minutes. Deep free kick headed up in the air. Wales have got the chance to come away with it with Roberts. Brooks is flying down this right hand side. Roberts looks at the crossfield ball. It's a heck of a ball out to Williams on the left. Wilson wants it in his path. Wilson gets it inside left possession, moves central, shoots left footed, drills it against the defender, balloons up in the air and out for a Wales corner. Can't see any movement on the Wales bench. There are a couple of subs warming up on the far side, but with no real intent at the moment, as Wilson sizes up this corner on the left hand side, curls it in, easily cleared. Roberts will get across to that left side to get there first. James is there. Roberts is caught just after the ball has gone then. Cursory wave from Townsend, who was the culprit. Says get up. They're a bit beefier than the Wales players, aren't they, some of these Latvians?
It's not about beef, Rob, just leaving your foot in, leaving your body in at times when there's no need.
Here's Nico Williams again, cuts inside on his right foot, tries it! Keeper spills it, but was right behind it and collected at the second attempt.
Great strike. Really good strike. Right foot, he cut inside. It's only 30 yards away.
Wilson rushing back, gives away another free kick.
That's Wilson. You know Harry, babyface assassin I call him.
Yeah, he's got that edge to him.
Yeah, he's one of them. He will leave some on you, especially if he's done his teammate.
Mepham's being backed into, but holds his ground. Ampadu looks at a way out with Wilson. Wilson's caught after the ball had gone. Free kick. Tobers is gonna, Emsis is gonna get a booking. But it's all slowing down the momentum, Ian Walsh, on the Wales play. All these stoppages.
Yeah, very much so, and I think you could be careful. You might get a sending off. I think the referee, since that decision not to send off the Latvian player, has just lost a bit of control here in terms of little challenges and what's going on. So the Welsh lads, you know, it hasn't been a night for scoring goals. They've just got to keep their discipline. If they walk away from this with 1-0, then they have to take that. Not the best 1-0 in the world, but they've got to keep their discipline now.
Yeah, he is charged on the left side, brushed over. And Wales will have a free kick. Tobers is Emsis is being spoken to.
He's in danger of losing control of this game.
Yeah, he is. Ben Davis as well. Shows how confusing the yellow card incident was, because on the score app that I use, it was down as a red, so they were obviously convinced.
Yeah.
Now being corrected. 4 Latvian players booked, 1 Wales player on the score sheet, Captain Aaron Ramsey, but left us on 49 minutes. Wales need more goals, leading 1-0. Wilson with a free kick from the left touchline into the Latvia penalty area. Header across goal. And always curling just high and wide from Ampadu, who stooped to get that header in.
Yeah, it's a diving header. Come at him so quickly though, he couldn't get control of it.
Approaching the last 10 minutes on Radio Wales and 5 Sport Extra. It's 1-0 Wales. But this is not a comfortable night for Rob Page. And it may not be a comfortable week if it's only 1 at the end. So he's got to make a change now just to add a bit of impetus.
Yeah, probably looking to change Brennan Johnson, Rob, like you said.
Here's Johnson. Portugal have 7 against Luxembourg. Diogo Jota's got the 7. Poor pass from Roberts again. There's a Latvian player down in the Wales half. Didn't see what happened there. Wales have to
I think it's a head injury, Rob.
hold up again. Yeah, that's fair enough. Ian Walsh, would you make any changes now?
Well, it's going to be difficult for Robbie Page to take off a £45 million player, isn't it? That would be the only worry for me. But I'm not so sure, Rob. I'm not so sure it's about the performance or individual players. I just think we haven't scored enough goals. You know, we talk about Aaron Ramsey saying that, yeah, we've got goal scorers. There are goals in the team, but for me, there's no natural goal scorer in there, and that's our problem.
Former Wales striker Ian Walsh. Expert view, Nathan Blake alongside me. As Wales build again. Hilav and Hadai. Rendition of, happening now. Brooks, centre field. 15 yards from the Latvian penalty area. Tried to squeeze it out to Williams, took a deflection. Didn't go where it was intended. Ampadu's header is picked up by Brooks, so good turn. Runs into traffic. Wilson gets there first though on the loose ball. Thought about going left, instead goes right to Connor Roberts. Johnson in the penalty area. This time Williams, goalkeeper saves Brooks, and it bounced up and he clipped it over the top of the goalkeeper, stranded.
You're not going to get a better chance than that, Rob, I'm afraid. It's a great ball. Connor Roberts, couple of overs, I think it's Brennan Johnson. That's just what you wanted. Rolling on your right foot. You're all of 7 yards out, just to keep it to beat. Again, another opportunity passed up by Wales.
Honestly, these missed chances could be costing Robert Page's job.
It could well indeed. They've been
still time though. There'll be a fair bit of time added on for the VAR check and the head injury. A couple of Latvian subs in the offing. As this time Ben Davis gives the ball away to Emsis.
Latvian ball.
And then Ethan Amadou slides in to win it back and can't find Brennan Johnson. He's with the pass on the deck and he slams the grass in frustration as Johnson was in space and ready to turn. Tobers playing a deep roll across to Chenomich. Williams gets there first to cut out the through ball. There are 7 minutes plus added time to go. 1-0 Wales. Aaron Ramsey from the penalty spot, his 21st goal. Roberts now still moving forward. Little slip. It is a bit slippery on top. A few players have slipped on the surface. Good interplay by James and Ampadu on halfway.
Yeah, seem to find a little partnership there, haven't they, Rob?
Williams taken out off the ball as he went to chase Harry Wilson's through ball. That was Savalniks, who has been booked. Williams has stayed down. Referee is on the scene.
He's almost reluctant to give a red card, Rob.
Yeah. He's got a holiday planned in Riga. Now there's a substitute has been called over by Rob Page. I think that's Tom Bradshaw of Millwall. It's a free kick to Wales on the left side. Latvia poised to make a couple of substitutions. Free kick is going to happen first though with Wilson. Wilson takes it from that left touch line. Again, it's dealt with by the Latvian defence. And a shot more in hope than expectation by Nico Williams. Robert Uldrikis is coming off for Latvia to be replaced by Marko Regza. So Uldrikis makes way, and all this Jansen is off for Edwards Daskevich, who's a winger stroke midfield player. Has played his football in Norway. Here comes Ikaunieks. Where's the slip and then sliding? Ikaunieks shoots! Oh!
It's wide, Rob. It's wide. Side net.
Everybody stood up.
Side net, Rob.
It hit the side netting. And the linesman's flag goes up. The people in front of us, I must admit, I had a few thoughts. Thought that one was in.
No, I just seen it nestling behind the goal.
How ironic that would have been, and what a twist that would have been. And change for Wales. Brennan Johnson's night is over, and it's Tom Bradshaw coming on for Wales.
Player with number 9, Brennan Johnson, was replaced by player with number 19, Tom Bradshaw.
Yeah. Bradshaw immediately trying to make a nuisance of himself. Whoa, that's the highest one of the night. And it bounces on the roof opposite, and it's gone over. It's not over the car park, it's on the roof opposite us. That one from Kaspars Dubra. 8 now for Portugal against Luxembourg. Iceland leading Bosnia-Herzegovina by a goal to 0. They're struggling in their group as well. One of the other heroes of 2016. As Wales win another corner. They just need to give this scoreline a bit more of a convincing look, Nathan Blake, because they've dominated the game very much.
Absolutely. That's what the stats will say, Rob. On the scoreline, 1-0.
Wilson corner from the left. Goes short to Nico Williams. Wilson goes deeper. Has to go back to Jordan James. Still white shirts in the middle, but they go across field. Nepham now centre field. Not sure much there was much thought about that corner, but he's found Nico Williams on the far side. Thanks to the tackle from the substitute Daskevich, it's a Latvia throw. All I assume will be on the fourth official within about 2 minutes here on Radio L Sport and 5 Sport Extra, and of course BBC Sounds. Latvia looking for the one goal that will give them a point. Cross into the Wales box. The Kalnieks thought about shooting, but his pathway was blocked. Blocked by Connor Roberts then as well is Daskevich. This time the cross is there, it's over the head of everyone. Williams will get to it first on the far side, and Williams goes tumbling again. That's going to be another yellow card, this time for the captain Tobas, who trots off. It's been a bit rough house out there, second half, Nathan Blake.
Very well, very. Surprised we haven't seen a red card. It does make you wonder what is the point of VAR.
We'll ask him, is he the one next door to us there?
No, he's just...
he's got big red VAR on his screen. Ward takes the free kick. Headed out for a Wales throw. 1-0 will be the win that Rob Page requires after just 1 in 13, but will it be enough to convince his bosses to keep faith with him for the tougher games to go?
7 minutes.
7 minutes of added time. 2 goals and Wales will be in 7th heaven. It only takes a second, as Brian Clough used to say. Oswald clears away from his own byline. Header forward, picked up by Wilson. Wilson helps her out towards Bradshaw. Runs into traffic though. Emsis on the right touchline. 9-0 now for Portugal. Ian Walsh, what are your thoughts now with a few minutes of added time to go? Nathan Blake, what are your thoughts of the few minutes of added time?
Try and get a second goal. Still keep pushing, Rob. Since Ramsey's gone off, the game has lost its pattern for Wales of how they were playing. He's saying that they're still able to create chances. And for me, should be walking away from this game at least 3 goals to the good. So
I want you to do something impossible, Nathan Blake, and be in the mind of Noel Mooney, the FAW Chief Executive. If you were him, what would you be thinking on the back of this performance?
Listen, Rob, I just think with all the talk that's going on, I don't think you get success. I think if the past 10 years have shown you anything, it's when you're all going in the same direction. No one's talking about anybody. There's no one, briefing against anybody. We're all going in the same direction. Together as one is the slogan, right?
Together stronger, yeah.
Together stronger. And, that's just not where Wales are at the moment. And it's really sad to see. We've got to think, a better team than this in 2018 missed out on the World Cup because, for me, there was ructions in the camp at board or managerial board level. So, they should have learned the lesson from that.
Ian Walsh, what are your thoughts? Chris Mepham gets a yellow. He was playing head tennis by himself and then led with an elbow. I wonder whether VAR will have a look at that as well.
we can see that here, Rob, and the lad that did the tackle on James, he's coming up and telling the referee, oh, there was elbow there. You know, I tell you what, that guy's lucky that people like Terry Yorath and Brian Flynn and people like that are not still playing, because I don't think it'll last in the game. But going back to the more important point, look, it's 1-0 if it stays like this, okay, and it's 3 points in the bag. If you haven't got the players to put the ball in the back of the net, that's all it's missed tonight, really. As Blakey said there quite rightly, this could have been 3-4 goals to the good quite easily if we'd been able to finish them off. So it's not about the managers, it's just about individual players not being quite good enough on the night. That's all it is, and I think you just have to leave Page in there until the outcome of this qualification and see what happens then. I think it's a bit harsh. It would be a bit harsh for anybody to look at his future at this point after a 1-0 win away from home at international football.
To be sacked because players miss chances, Rob. You know, there's nothing you can do about that if you're Rob Page, right?
No.
That's for players to stick the ball in the net.
So, while you were talking then, Ian Walsh, Ben Davis was called over by Michael Achinas, the referee, as was Tobas, the Latvian captain, Christos Tobas. And I think he was saying just to calm your players down. But what I would say is, if he'd send off the Cognacs, I'm not sure he'd have all this problem.
Spot on, Rob. He's made a rod for his own back, the referee.
This is a Cognacs with a free kick. Wales head gets to it, Ward comes for it and collects.
Better, Danny.
Huge cheer from the red wall. Slap on the backside from Connor Roberts while Ward poses on the deck. But that was a good take, and that relieved all the pressure, Nathan Blake.
Absolutely, that's what you want to see from the keeper, Rob. Last minute or last 3 or 4 minutes, dangerous situation, and yes, rightly so, the fans sing his name, because I think the fans accept, well, we missed a lot of chances, but we're going to win the game. As long as you win the game, Rob, that's all that really matters. You can, whether you score 4 goals or 5 goals or 1 goal, you still get 3 points. And like I said, Rob Page can't do anything about players who miss chances. I'd be more inclined to think, if I'm Rob Page, I need to put my arm around Brennan Johnson and just, tell him, forget about it, don't worry about it, just get your mind right for next time.
We shall see, still time. Latvia launch it forward. Nepham was beaten in the air. It's picked up by Roberts. Roberts hammers it for Bradshaw to chase. Ball in midfield. Was a bit all over the place at the moment, a bit out of shape. As Ampadu and Jordan James drop back to a more defensive roles. Good header by Roden though. As Wilson collects on the far side, can he keep it in? He can, Harry Wilson. Now here's a chance for Wales. Wilson, Brooks steaming into the box. Goal. David Brooks, 2-0 Wales. The Welsh bench opposite erupt in delight, and Brooks has made it a lot more convincing now. The second goal has been a long time coming, but it might just preserve Rob Page in his job. It's Latvia 0, Wales 2.
Absolutely fantastic, Rob. So pleased for that man Brooks, and what a finish. Great run down the left hand side by Harry Wilson, lovely ball in behind. David Brooks times his run perfectly, and you think, go on, drive it across the keeper. No. Lovely bit of subtle footwork, and just lifts it over the keeper into the far corner. Beautiful finish, and deserved, Rob. As we said, 3-4 goals, they should have won this game. 2, I'll take it all day.
Ian Walsh, what a lovely composed finish by David Brooks.
Yeah, and that's what we'd be missing. That's all it's been. That you could see that natural ability, doesn't panic, knows exactly what he's got in his mind, and he just accomplishes it really, really well. And that's what you talk. That's natural goal scoring for you in a place where other players have lost their heads tonight. He's kept his cool, Brooks, and obviously now 3 points in the bag.
Brooks is back with his first goal for Wales since November 2020. We know the struggles he's been through. They've been well documented. the cancer battle that David Brooks has fought, but he has announced his return in emphatic style. And my word, won't Rob Page be a happier man on the back of that? And isn't it funny how things turned out? Aaron Ramsey had to go off, and on went the second Wales goal scorer, David Brooks. And it could be a raucous night in Riga tonight. Ethan Andrew sees the goalkeeper off his line, tried it from well inside his own half, and it just went a few yards wide. Now that would have really capped the night.
We've got Welsh fans doing the conga here, Rob, down in front of us.
Well, what this does mean is that Wales are on level points with Armenia. The Welsh players jump in delight. Rob Page gets hugged by his coaching staff. Will that be enough to convince the bosses at the FA of Wales to allow their under pressure manager to continue? There have been doubters, but this was a dominant performance which lacked only the goals that the display deserved. Captain Aaron Ramsey led by example with an exemplary display before the break and scored the penalty. Then David Brooks had to wait and wait after Wales had huffed and puffed and they'd lost their skipper to deliver the second goal. It gives the scoreline a far better look, and Rob Page is surely a relieved man in Riga. It's finished. Latvia 0, Wales 2.